Hello and welcome to the morning show, teeing off with RevSportz. Very good morning to everyone present. And yesterday was a fantastic day in Indian sports. Two big wins in badminton. The first ever Indian to win a BWF Super 1000 series, Satvik and Chirag, with the Indonesian Open. And with that, they complete. They have won one tournament, at least one tournament in each of the categories of BWF tours, and it was fantastic win. Bharat, you have seen the match and your first reactions, and then we'll go into the details of this win.
Yeah, I guess they went into the match as underdogs. As you know, head-to-head record was against them. I guess 0-8 or something like that. But
Yeah, 0-8.
I remember watching one RevSportz interview only where he said it's just a matter of time before we beat that pair, and that's what they did. That is they have lots of self-belief. We have seen that before. Hopefully, they will carry this form into Olympics as well because for now at least, I know Sindhu might find their form back and all that stuff. But for now, at least from badminton's point of view, they look like India's biggest medal hope. So hopefully they'll continue this form, continue this momentum, and that would be good for it.
Exactly, and absolutely right that in Satvik and Chirag are the biggest medal hopes, and HS Prona is also there. He fantastically he played, but in final Excelsen is was too good. You know, Excelsen beating Excelsen, you have to be 110% or 20% to beat Excelsen. He's that good. But talking about Satvik and Chirag also, I was reading their interview. They had said that in the earlier 8 games, they always wanted to play defensively, play cautiously, not to commit too many errors. But yesterday they were attacking from the very beginning. So a change in thought process, change in way of dealing the match. And what do you think of that?
Yeah, that is something always have to do. See, opponent can go inside your mind because of a lot of wins. Already given examples in other sports as well, where an opponent has gone inside the mind of a player. Look at the 2019 Wimbledon final in tennis as well. Federer had two match points. He should have won that match against Djokovic, but definitely it gone inside his Federer's mind that day. Djokovic didn't play better than Federer. Federer only played better. He just made a couple of errors, and after that he went on to lose a titanic match, a match that he should have won because he played better. So when you lose a slew of matches, the opponent definitely goes inside your mind, and good that they played a very much an attacking brand of badminton, because if you play defensively, obviously against against that Malaysian pair, then obviously you will go and lose because you already lost eight in a row. So yeah, that was great to see that they changed their mindset, because it's not easy if you lose eight matches in a row. Then you tend to play the same pattern again and again. But finally, they decided enough is enough. Time to change.
Mhm. Exactly, that was the mindset. Enough is enough, and they were attacking from the very beginning. And the unforced errors were much less, and they seemed confident. And uh, in the second game also, they were 20 and 20 leading by 20 14, I think, and then committed 3 4 points. But then they were like, nah, now we have to do it, and they finally got that one, 21-18, and it was fantastic win. And another one, as you were talking about the Olympic medal hopes, I think HS Pranay also stands out there. He has had a fantastic back-to-back seasons.
Yeah,
This
this
time,
is the biggest medal home from India, from
yeah,
a badminton India.
yeah,
So, not saying
yeah,
others are not in contention, but
absolutely.
I guess Satvik and Chirag currently look like India's biggest medal home from
Absolutely,
badminton's
absolutely.
point.
So, what are the other you would say? HS Pranay, Lakshya Sen, of
Alexis
course,
Sen is
Sindhu
there,
will
but
be
as you
there.
know, he has had some health problems, so he's not looking at his absolute best in the
Mhm.
last 8, 10 or whatever months. But if he recaptures the form that he showed in, say, Thomas Cup, and all those tournaments, even All England, then I think he can win a bronze at least, because I think he has is a good mixture. He plays a good mixture. He plays a good mixture of grit and class, grit and skill. But He needs to hit that level again. As of now, I don't think he's hit that level currently. With Sindhu, she's someone when it comes close to Olympics, when it comes, she's done that before World Championships. I'm not saying she will again do it. She has a habit of raising her game, but as of now, badminton is basically dominated by the badminton wall of those four players. Obviously, Marin and Inton and occasionally win here and there, like they've done at the Indonesian Open, but that is dominated by the badminton wall of those four players. So it's difficult, but you never know because she has a habit of raising her game when it comes to Olympics and World Championships. Let's hope for the best. But yeah, these two look like India's biggest medal hope. Pranay obviously also is there.
Mm.
But when you think of the biggest medal hope, you look at the doubles pair, I guess.
Exactly. The Satvik and Chirag pair are too good, and they are at their prime, I would say, and they are focused. And today, for our viewers, we have done several
There's
conversations
one
with.
more thing I want to add.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
look at
sure.
Olympics and compare it to say World Championships and
Mm,
even Asian Games, in a way, Asian Games and World Championships seem slightly tougher because Olympics
mm,
everyone can't qualify. For
exactly.
example, one country has five, China has five, six players. It might be in one singles in top 20, but all of them can't qualify. So no, because they want slightly weaker nations also to come through. So yeah, hopefully they will get a good group. Last time around, if I'm not mistaken, the Olympics, Satvik and Chirag got a pretty tough group. Hopefully they will get a slightly easier group and they come.
Exactly, and I had this chat with Boyada also. Like these World Championships are much tougher to win than Olympics because of the same reason that you said, and it's absolutely fine. Exactly the thing. Like in boxing, if you see this year, Nitu Gangas and uh, Nikat Zarin, they will fight off each other for a one place. So we are losing out on one champion boxers in that rule actually. So that's unfortunate, but yes, it was a fantastic win. And Rahul Giri is also on the line. I would request Rahul to join also. He will be joining with for the football discussion. But before that, Bharat, shifting apart from badminton a bit before we come into football. Yesterday I was totally hanged on with badminton and football, so I haven't got into the Ashes. So if you can brief me what's happening there also.
Yeah, it has been a good test match, but kind of curious test match as well. Slow pitch, started out a slow pitch. England, I think, dropped three catches. To one of Kawaja, two of Carey, maybe one stumping missed as well. So five chances gone there. So if they'd taken those chances, England would have got, I think, I guess, a lead of 130, 140. Now they have a lead of seven. And then obviously rain came. I guess it spiced up that wicket. And I guess Scott Pollard is definitely, if not the best seamer going around, is definitely one of the best seamers going around. And he found enough seam movement. And Cummins also was finding movement, thankfully, for England rain came, though they would be cursing that rain start for about 15-20 minutes because of which they lost two wickets. Yeah, it's 35 lead, 8 wickets in hand. Looks like a uh, very much keenly contested game. Today the weather report is better. Doing there is some rain forecast for day 5. So yeah, if England can get decent lead, 250 there so very much in this game because there is a little bit of turn as well. It's staying slightly up and down, but again, Moeen Ali's fitness will be concern for them. And
Mm,
it's the kind of bowler who it's definitely not Nathan Lyon in the sense if he bowls 5 hour spell, he will bowl 10 or 15 deliveries, ordinary deliveries, 5, 6 wicket taking deliveries. So always kind of bowler can give a lot of runs. And someone like Steve Smith or Labuschagne, we don't expect them to fail again and again. So Australia would also fancy their chances. Let's see
mm,
how England's ball go on. Therefore,
exactly. And Rahul is here. Welcome, Rahul, in blue t-shirt, tributing to the Blue Tigers. Well, Bharat, one final question before we move on to football. Football, yes. How would you rate that decision of declaring on the first day? I haven't got the chance to ask you that one, so
sure.
I always had that in mind
Which decision?
of declaring on the first day.
Yeah, declared the first day. Yeah, I think that's what Ben Stokes does. He's a man of full of surprises. It's day one. If you ask me, it was not a good decision because England should have got 30, 35 more runs because
Yeah,
Australia are going to bat last. So if that those 30, 35 runs might still bite them here. The lead would have been 40 now. Now itself, now that itself lead could have been say 40 runs, and then you add another 30 to 30 runs today. The lead would have been 70 already. So the lead is still 35. So those 30, 35 runs in a tight contest might bite them. But I think the if anything that is going to bite them even more is those drop chances. If you can't drop Kawaja twice, you can't drop Alex Garrett twice, or miss a stumping of Shagun Barristo had a horrible game with the behind the stumps. If I think that is if England are going to lose, that's because of all those missed chances and also no ball. They broad balled a no ball when they cleaned up Kawaja. I think that's going to really bite them.
Okay. Rahul, before you start with your football, anything more to add to that? And how was the experience of badminton Indonesia final yesterday? You were watching the match, we were talking. So, fine. One small thought on that, and then we move to football.
yeah. Due to a bit busy schedule, I was not able to follow the badminton throughout the whole season. But yesterday somehow I watched that match and it was totally outstanding. The way they played. As if both the sides were in hurry to finish the game early within two games. As I saw, hardly I think we saw two or three long rally, and most of them were trying to utilizing the smash shot. They were such in hurry. And Shatik and Chirag were really they were excellent. Throughout the whole match, the way they were playing. So means obviously, as you were discussing, they bring medal chances in the Olympic, and the whole India will be looking to them in the Olympic as well as in the Asian Games.
Exactly. And Bharat, yesterday you were talking that you want to see some good football coming up. SAF is in Bangalore, so I would request you to go and watch a few games. This Indian teams looks promising. The last few years we have been talking about who after Chetri, who after Jingan, but the youngsters have quite impressed. Rahul, apart from that, who after Chetri question, what are the positives that you take from this victory? Chante and Mahesh, many young prospects for the upcoming days. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, if you see the team India from that Asian Cup qualifier, then it's totally a different team India. You all have noticed, last match I have noticed one thing that even after taking 2-0 lead, Igor's team had made attacking substitution, and the team was not playing with the defensive approach. All the 10 men in their own half defending. They were utilizing the chances. They were exploiting the free space, and they were counter attacking. That's a good sign going forward. And they have also proved that if they get enough adequate time for their preparation, as if they have started their preparation in Odisha since 15th May, so they have proved if they get enough time, they can yield result. That's what Igor Stimac has proved this time. And this team has totally changed a lot. Before this, we have seen even Indian team struggling against 150 plus ranked team, 100 plus ranked team, and against Bangladesh, Nepal, we have seen them struggling. But this time they are totally different. Lebanon is 99 ranked, and just yesterday we have seen, yeah, India was just the better side. There much difference in the team that played against Lebanon in the group stage match. They were totally different. They hardly allowed Lebanon to create around two to three sharp chances. Apart from them, throughout the whole match, it was India. So it was really impressive. And in the SAF Championship, also India are clear favorite, depending on the performance.
Exactly. Bharat, do you have some expectations from the South one that you will be going?
Yeah, hopefully, you see, SAFs is something based on what I've seen over 3 decades. Obviously, India dominates. India have done, if not dominate, India have done well
Yeah.
over a period of time. I know occasionally India have lost here and there, one goal difference here and there. I've seen them lose, but expect India to do well. Hopefully, India will dominate and win.
Exactly. And in SAF, I think India holds, I think 8 titles, if not I'm
One
wrong.
time, I've seen late 90s India losing out to Bangladesh or one somewhere. I not mistaken, somewhere long ago. I don't know if it is Bangladesh, but one title somewhere I saw them lose. It's in I think 90s or somewhere.
Yeah, but I think you should go to this edition because this new team looks quite confident. When I was growing up, India were not that confident enough because whenever they used
Yeah.
to play defensive. The main focus was not to concede the goals, and if they concede a goal, their focus was not to equalize, but not to concede more goals. So I think this tournament showed that India can play attacking also. Uh, Igor Stimac, I would really give him the credits because he has been shuffling the bench, trying out the new combinations. One question arises in my mind is why not Ishan Pandita? Because when we are talking about a replacement for Chetri, Ishan Pandita should come the first choice. He is athletic, he is fit enough. Rahul, final thoughts on that before we end the show?
Yeah, I think he is not fully fit. Otherwise, there is no reason to bench him because even in the Asian Cup qualifier, in such an important game, we have seen Igor Stimac substituting him, and we all know what he is capable of. Even in ISL matches, around 3 to 4 matches, we have seen coming in from the bench in 80th minute and scoring the late winner for his team. And he had such a he's such a valuable player for the side. I think he is not fit. That's why yesterday I saw him. He was sitting in the stand, not in the bench. Maybe in staff championship, if he gets fully fit, maybe they can try. And another thing I want to add, the improvement we have seen in this team, I think it's fully because of ISL. Because all the new emerging stars, just see Rohit Kumar, Thangte, Anwar Ali.
Akash
Igor
Mishra.
Stimac have seen Akash Mishra, all the youngsters that have came into this unit. Igor Stimac have selected them from the ISL only. So ISL, if ISL keep paving the platform for the Indian team like this, I think it's a good sign for Indian team in the upcoming future.
Absolutely. And Bharat,
Just one more
one
point.
more thing.
Just
Yeah,
one point.
yeah, yeah.
I said 90, 99 or something, but it is 2003. I just checked. Bangladesh won that in penalties. This is the one I watched. Obviously,
Okay.
Maldives, half, right? Maldives have won once or twice. But the one I watched was that 2003, I think, when Bangladesh won via penalties.
But I really request you to watch this Indian team because you would love it. They have that
Mhm.
winning attitude. They don't want to just get away with 1 point. They will want to
Yeah.
win it, and it's really good to see. And yes, absolutely pointed out rightly. ISL's importance in this development has massive role. And yesterday, I did one interview with a Premier Handball League player Shubham Kumar, and he was also saying the same thing because these franchise tournaments help a lot in developing the sport because India have not gone to the medals podium in Asian Games in handball, have not qualified for the Olympics also. He says that yes, these tournaments bring up a lot of new players because earlier the players used to come to the sport to get a job. Now they will come to be the player. So that adds to a massive difference. Bharat, any
One
final
more
thoughts
point
on
I
this?
want to add. I was
Yeah.
having a discussion. Just one more point. I was having a discussion with someone who is a European football fan, obviously, and see, I said to him, "You may know a lot more about football than me," but he was going on marking Indian football. So I said, basically, you may know a lot more about European football and all that. But one thing I'll guarantee is with at least good infrastructure, ISL and all this stuff, if you give the player dream to think that yeah, football means I can play professionally Indian footballer, then at least
Yeah.
India can reach 70 or 80 ranking. This much I told him, and obviously he abused me. As you know, on Twitter, that's how it takes place. And eventually ended up abusing me, and I ended up blocking him, whatever it is. But yeah, that's what I think India can reach if India gets the right kind of facilities, infrastructure, ISL, and all this stuff. I think they can at least reach 70 or 80 ranking because I've seen sites. As I said, I mean, not be the greatest fan or someone who has great knowledge of football, but what I know, seeing teams like China go up to 60, 70 ranking. They were in 2002, and that didn't look like some great side, but a well organized side it looked like. And I think India can do that as well, at least go up to 70, 80 ranking.
Exactly, and even if you see in the 70s and 80s, India used to beat Japan and Korea, but they moved, uh, jumped to many points, and India got stuck for some somewhat reasons. But these tournaments, ISL and these franchise tournaments, helped a lot in developing the pool for the development of the sports. Rahul, any thoughts on that before we end the show?
Yeah, as you said, in not only I still, the Indian football map has totally changed. Now previously we have seen them used to play football for around 3 to 3.5 months. ISL used to happen for 3 months and hardly any tournament. And when the national camp used to come, they used to accumulate all together for around 1.5 or 2 weeks and play one or two friendly matches. And now, if you see the roadmap totally changed, they are playing ISL, they are playing Durant Cup, they are playing
Yeah,
around
the
I
football
think
calendar
six
has
to seven months,
extended. Yeah,
six yeah 6 to 7 months they are staying in the unit, and also now they have taken such great initiative before this. You know they have started their preparation in Bhubaneswar around around 1 month ago, before this Hero Intercontinental Cup. So they are doing great things. Before this, we haven't seen this in the last 10 years. We haven't seen such great initiative, and see now they are doing, and we can also see the result. Yeah, I know the Asian Cup 2024 will be not so easy for Indian team, but still the result will make us proud. I am hopeful.
exactly. And you will be there to cover it. So congratulations on that. And thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Bharat, for
Just
joining.
one
It was
more,
lovely.
just one minute,
Yeah,
little bit about, as you said, the World Cup qualifiers are going on.
yeah,
You guys also might have seen Nepal did a decent job, 291, but
exactly.
obviously they didn't have the spinners. The spinners didn't get much out of that flat surface and lost. But good to see a new team like, yeah, they have played in qualifiers before, 50-over qualifiers. I know someone would find that out. But
Mm.
this time they are on a winning spree. Good to see that they did reasonably well. This competition to watch out for because there are only two spots available there, so you will see a very fierce competition between these
Yeah.
teams. Even USA, if you'll notice, West Indies were 207 for 6 before they got to 299, and USA ended with 259. So even West Indies won't have it easy in this qualifiers.
Exactly.
Yesterday I was watching the Nepal and the Zimbabwe match, and the Nepal openers were just glorious the way they were playing.
Bhutan.
Nepal's opener.
Yeah, Bhutel and Asif Sheikh. Asif.
Yeah, yeah. The way they were batting, the way they were finding the gap was just
And yesterday night, I saw one tweet from the Brazil women's cricket team captain, Alvara Moratti. She
Yeah.
was greeted by a fan in Brazil who was a Virat Kohli fan and has a tattoo of Virat Kohli on her legs. And it's great that Brazil is also taking interest in cricket, and they know Virat Kohli there. It's fun. New teams coming up, India developing in football, Brazil developing in cricket. So it's all globalization in sports. It's fantastic. So thank you, Bharat. Thank you, Rahul, for joining. It was lovely talking to you.
thank you, thank you.
Fantastic, and we'll be back again tomorrow.